Start with a little leek in the pan, a little sherry, a little good heavy cream from local dairies.
A menu of Idaho is full of the flavors of our state.
Dijon mustard, and that's it. That's all you need. I call this a fondue. Just kind of
in his Boise kitchen, Chef John Mortimer begins with an appetizer of morel mushrooms.
The sauce is created while it cooks the mushrooms, and the mushrooms infuse this great flavor into the dish.
Near McCall, the hunt is on. The prey, the elusive morel mushroom.
And the morel mushrooms are particularly challenging because they look like a pine cone, and it's more like an Easter egg hunt. So I think it goes back to a childhood thing of gathering, finding and gathering, searching, seeking.
At the table, hungry guests await the food made from their raw ingredients.
I think this was an excellent way to prepare them as an appetizer rather than an entree. And the sauce is very light, and it doesn't overpower the flavor of the morel, so you still have your wild flavor coming through.
The next course, a special salad.
So we take these little bouquets and we'll wrap them in a little, kind of like a napkin ring. I had this idea kind of pop into my head about a napkin ring and how you could do that with food. And then we just put that on the plate, and it just really shows those greens off. So those greens are just right at the forefront.
A lot of our world exists on basically 5 different crops. That's what they exist on. But there are just numerous varieties of plants that are not only edible but incredibly delicious, and so that people limit themselves too much.
Oh boy. Yeah. And this is all organic?
All organic greens, the greens that came from our place.
In the kitchen, the main course, Kobe beef.
Snake River Farms and their Kobe beef program is, it's right up there with the best in the world. There's really not much better going on out there.
The beef is processed here in Idaho and shipped off all over the world. Demand is high for the American version of this legendary meat. Legend has it that Japanese Kobe beef cattle were massaged by hand and fed beer to make it tender.
Well, we'll scratch their heads occasionally, but we're not sharing our beer with them.
You can see the amount of the flecks of white in the red meat, and that's what makes it different. It actually melts in the cooking process and coats the meat with flavor, and that's what gives you that flavor sensation when you bite into it, is the marbling within the meat.
The best way I can describe it is it's an experience. It's rich, as you can see. It's highly marbled. It grades higher than prime, and in fact, it grades so high that we have our own grading system, more similar to what the Japanese would utilize.
The wines tonight are local too, from Hell's Canyon Winery in Sunny Slope.
Dinner party like this, I think it's nice to cook with Deerslayer Syrah and drink Deerslayer Syrah. I mean, I think that we'll find it very compatible.
Ah, dessert. Tonight, something featuring the humble huckleberry.
We're going to use it to make some ice cream, and all ice cream really just starts as a custard, just a little vanilla bean custard here, and then we'll just take that custard and put it in an ice cream machine. And then when that ice cream is just about done, we'll blend some of that huckleberry preserve on it.
This is the sort of spot most people picture when they think of prime huckleberry habitat. This chunk of wild paradise is near Priest Lake, way up in northern Idaho.
Well, in this part of the country, they will grow as low as 2,000 feet. They're found all the way around Priest Lake. You can find them down near Lake Pend Oreille, Coeur d'Alene Lake. But really the most productive colonies are typically found 4,000 to 6,000 feet elevation.
Wow, what a treat.
So huckleberry ice cream.
A little whipped cream and a little mint to garnish it on there. And it's just really not much else you need. Again, probably something that has 7 or 8 ingredients in it. As long as you respect the star ingredient, huckleberries in this case, you're in good shape.
Well, folks, I've really enjoyed tonight. It's really been a taste of Idaho, from the morel mushrooms to the greens to the Kobe beef to the wines. So thank you all, and I think we should toast our chef.
John Mortimer.
To John Mortimer.
John Mortimer. A real Idaho boy.